They call him Flipper, Flipper, faster than lightning.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop for another episode of Flipper. So Flipper hasn't been on the lift in a while, but doesn't mean that not a lot has happened since then. One of the things that's happened since then is I had a steady parade of motorcycles come in and out of here for some pretty big service. So had some, clutches and a lot of the things that I guess would normally do, especially on the LT. I've had a few other bikes in here too. Anyway, going to try to take care of a lot of the things on Flipper today to get this thing ready to go right back out the door to maybe one of you out there. Oh, one of the other things that's happened as well is I started up a Teespring page. If you guys, maybe some of you have saw the contest that I had, the t-shirt giveaway. The Teespring info, if you want to help support the work that I do here, it's right down below in the description. Just click on that, it'll take you over to my Teespring page, and you can pick up a shop shirt, coffee mugs, there's even some phone cases and stuff that I set up on there. And there's hoodies as well. Anyway, it is just another way to help support the work that I do here. Today, I'm hoping to get through quite a few of the things that I still have left to do. Things like cleanup, things like addressing the seat issue and the top case here. Or this would be the tail fin, right, on this thing? I don't know. It is an aquatic thing. Also, a fellow was interested in this bike and mentioned that, well, if he were to buy it, he would certainly want to put springs on it. And I thought, you know what? I don't care who buys the thing. It really does need springs at this point. It's got 77,000 miles on it. And when you hit over 35, 40,000 miles, unless you're like, 120 pounds soaking wet and you never take anybody up on this bike, it's pretty much a certainty that those springs are toast. They're dead. They get fatigued out really bad, those original springs. And I'm going to be putting on here a set of my all-time favorite Hyper Pro springs. Those are going on there. I wasn't going to do that initially, but yeah, the more I thought about it, thought, you know what, whoever's going to get Flipper is going to get a bike that is 100% ready to go and ready to ride anywhere for any reason. So instead of me just blabbering on about it, let's just get going on it. The reason I'm taking the gas tank off to change out the shocks is it just makes the job easier. Makes it easier to get to the front one, and it definitely makes it easier to get to the top bolt on the rear shock to have the gas tank removed. I've done it without, and it's taken far longer to mess around with trying to lose that little black cap and dropping stuff down in there. It just makes it a lot easier to pull the tank off, so don't be lazy, I guess, because you'll pay for it. Always make sure you check these before you put it back together. This one's fine. So you just want to shove the piston down inside there. Make sure there's lots of, plenty of resistance against it, and that it returns again on its own and doesn't have a lot of noise, like you can hear air or liquid rushing around inside the chamber here. This thing's ready for a swim. Almost. You guys ever see one of these little tools? Goes on the back of your wrench like that. There's a little magnet in there. And you don't lose the nut. The nut saver. So I've tried to do this job before without removing the front tire. That's not an easy task either. You really need to take the front tire off, because otherwise you got to tip the bike way up in the air in order to drop the forks low enough. So don't do that either. You guys remember back in the days when I used to be able to put my music up loud? Yeah, I can barely remember those days. And it's because of YouTube with their stupidity. That if it recognizes a song, that song, it will either be silenced, the whole video gets silenced, or they act like they're going to send money to somebody else. As most of you guys know, I don't get any revenue from YouTube. Everything I get is from people like you and the people that support me over on Patreon. Those are the heroes. So the shock here, just looking at it, I'll be honest, I don't know if this is blown or not. It might be. There's a lot of dirt and crap on here. Doesn't really feel very oily, but usually when they're super dirty, they've either been living in a coal mine, or the shock might be gone. And I think it actually is gone. Now that I'm looking at it, I actually see a little bit of lube right there. So might have to see if I get another shock here. And this thing is, that rubber ring on there is kind of toast. Look at that. Well, now it's really a good thing that I'm doing the shocks on, or the springs. So now I have to put a different shock on here. You can hear it. That's not a good noise. Boy, are you lucky. I just happen to have a whole nother one. Those of you guys out there who like to wear gloves when you work, just want to let you know that these gloves are absolutely amazing. They are so tough. I use them. It actually takes me about 2 or 3 days to get through them, depending on what I'm doing. And they've got like a little diamond pattern on the gloves, made by this company here, Glove Works, and you can find these on my Amazon page. For those of you guys out there wondering what all these torque specs are, I do have a torque spec chart. It's a poster. If you've never seen it before, look down in the description below. There's an eBay link there that will take you over to the poster that I designed for this model specifically. Hey, to the guy that was out there in one of the last videos that said that the tires were put on backwards, no, they're going in the right direction. I would have caught that. So guys, I just got to tell you that I have got some of the greatest viewers, people that appreciate what I'm doing, I could ever imagine. I appreciate all of you guys. I especially appreciate today Ray Arredano for sending me this box. Right there, look at this. Ray sent me a beautiful new seat to go right here on Flipper. This seat was used for a very, very, very short time on his personal bike, and he's had it sitting around forever. Look at even the foam underneath is clean. Is that beautiful or what? Got the heated seat. Thanks, Ray. I'm truly overwhelmed by the generosity of some people. Ray, that was a huge thing. Next owner of this thing is going to have a very nice seat. If one of you guys need this seat for a reason, like if you want to send your seat out and have it, you know, redone by like Russell Daylong or somebody, one of the custom seat builders, and you need a seat pan, right here. Just contact me through my contact page at kirksmotorrad.com. Just pay for the shipping. It'll be on your way. On me. Or on Ray. So another gigantic generosity coming out of one of my viewers. I can't believe how good you guys are. Really. I'm truly overwhelmed. Bill, thanks so much for sending this big box. What's in that box, you may ask? It looks like a buffalo hide. Bill, you're the best. Look at that, guys. Absolutely brand new top box. Alright, I got a nice sweatshirt too. Looks like I got an Adidas hoodie with the accompanying loincloth. Oh yeah, there we go. Perfect. Now if you hear that crackling in the background, that's Coco. He just decided to steal some of the bubble wrap. He's got a real affinity for this stuff. Bill, thank you. Truly, thank you. So this wire goes right across here in these little holders. That's what I have to deal with all the time. For some reason, he likes to lay right at the end of the lift. Sometimes he likes to lay right underneath the lift when it's up in the air. Right, Kogu? Huh? Are you a good boy? Yeah, you're famous, you know that? There's thousands of people that are looking at you. You care? Do you even care? Maybe not, huh? He's a good dog. Good shop dog. I took the back pad off of this one just because I'm going to keep it, because it's still in pretty good shape. Doesn't have any hail damage on it, so I'll leave it. Keep it around. Okay, in this part of the video I'm going to show you how to remove the lock that's inside of your top case. So you have this little hole right here. In this hole, if you take your key, if you have the key, put the key in, you leave it in there because it closes all the other pins that are inside there. And you take an object like a small, this is a small Allen wrench, you'll feel around in there and you'll feel it push down. And if you push from the back side, use an object to push the lock out, the whole lock cylinder will come out. And what you were trying to push down before is this little tab right here. Just that little one. So once you hit that thing, you're able to pop the whole lock out. And you can see how the lock works when I pull the key out. It's got all the little keyways in there. I suppose you could rekey the lock as well by removing these and swapping them around, or making them work with your key, but I'm not going to be doing that. I'm just going to simply take this lock and put it in the other one. There it goes. Oh, we were really close too. Look at how close this key was. So you can see these are all pretty much smooth on the top. There's one on the bottom. Maybe that would be the top. That still has to go in just a little bit. This one I'm going to put in here. So it just goes in the reverse. There it is. So for those of you that may have missed the video, I'm not going to repeat it because I don't need to, but I was able to repair the bottom sides of these, of the knee pads that were coming out. If you just check the channel, one of the latest videos, it's how to repair the knee pads. I know my brother will recognize this song. Maybe some of you out there will recognize this song. Summer in Berlin. It's right where this thing was born. Probably in the summer in Berlin. If any of you guys ever want to check out some of the music that I listen to, that you hear in the background, some of you guys might like the you know, the 80s stuff, the techno, the trance, the alternative stuff, older alternative, newer stuff. I got a big playlist. Just look up my name, Kirk Johnson, on Spotify, and you'll see my playlists. I made them all public, so some of them are hundreds and hundreds of songs long, but give it a listen if you want. Oh, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right guys? Camera's tilted. So at this point, I've got a couple more things to do. I need to clean it up. I still need to polish the windshield, and I'm going to take off this Farkle shelf that's all rusted out looking. This may turn into one more day. Plus, I still got to test drive it. It's probably going to be another day. Jeez, those almost fell right off. They'd have fallen off going down the road. Well, that's going to do it for this one. It's getting pretty late. I'm going to quit. And so I got a couple hours left on it. I think I, still got to do all my cleaning. Got to clean the windshield, which I took off. Sitting right here. You can see it's kind of cloudy. So I'm going to take care of that tomorrow and take it out for a test ride. Really, for the most part, it's all back together again. I will have, with the cleanup video and the final part, I will do a summary of everything that was done on this motorcycle ever since I got it. So watch for that. It's coming up. Thanks so much for watching. Flipper. Take care, guys.